In this lesson, we're going to be doing a bearing word problem. And it's going to be the bearing where you have north and south and east and west measurements. So, for example, if you have north 42 degrees east, you're starting in the north and you're branching off 42 degrees to the east. And then here, if you're south 31 degrees east, you're south, and then 31 degrees east. And here, if you're south 31 degrees west, similar, you're just heading in the other direction. All right, so we're going to do two word problems associated with this. The first one is we have two ships leaving the same port at the same time. First one is at a bearing of south 51 degrees 50 minutes east at 24 miles per hour, and the second is north 28 degrees 10 minutes east at 28 miles per hour. How far are they apart? In 4 hours. So pictures everything. So our first is going to be we are heading south 61 degrees 50 minutes to the east. So let's draw that. So it is south, and then we're branching 60-ish degrees to the east. So we're kind of heading in that direction. So that measurement is 61 degrees 50 minutes. So south, 61 degrees 50 minutes to the east. And then here we have 28 degrees 10 minutes. So we're north 28 degrees. We're branching off about 30 degrees. Something like that. So this measurement is 28 degrees 10 minutes. So if this is 28 degrees 10 minutes, that puts this value kind of here at actually 61 degrees 50 minutes. If you take 90 minus 28 degrees 10 minutes, turns out to be 61 degrees 50 minutes. And ironically, that's exactly what this number is. So if you subtract this from 90, you're going to get 28 degrees 10 minutes. Now the great news with that is we're looking to see how far apart they are after 4 hours. Well, these two angles add together to make a 90. So that's perfect. So our triangle that we got going on is something along these lines. Something here, and we're looking for that value right there. And this is a right angle. Okay, so we're at 4 hours. So the first one was heading south, 24 miles per hour, and for 4 hours, 24 miles per hour makes 96. All right, and then if we go north so many degrees east at 28 miles per hour, we're looking at 112. So this is a Pythagorean theorem type of a problem. So we can just take 96 squared plus 112 squared equals, we don't know, squared, hypotenuse. So if we add all that together, that's 21,760 equals x squared, square root it. X gives us approximately 147.5 miles. All right, so that's the first one. The second one, picture is going to be extremely important. It's a little lengthy. So we have a bearing from Atlanta to Macon is south 27 degrees east, and Macon to Augusta is north 63 degrees east. Car traveling 62 miles per hour needs 1.25 hours from Atlanta to Macon and 1.75 hours from Macon to Augusta. Find the distance from Atlanta to Augusta. All right, so we went from Atlanta to Macon and then Macon to Augusta. So Macon It's kind of our central location. And so we went from Atlanta to Macon. We went south. So if here's Atlanta, we went south, and then we went 27 degrees to the east. Something like that. Okay. And then we got to Macon. That is 27 degrees. And then from Macon to Augusta, we went north, and we went 63 degrees to the east. And then, let's see, we went 62 miles per hour for 1.25 hours here, and then 1.75 hours here, so this one's probably going to be a little longer. I don't know. So we know that this measurement is 63 degrees. All right, so we are trying to eventually find the distance from Atlanta to Augusta, and this is Augusta. So we're looking for that distance. Let's do that in blue. Okay, so that's x. So what do we know? Well, the angles. Since this is a north-south and this is a north-south, these two things should be parallel to each other. So if that's 27, this is going to be 27. They're back in the geometry days, those are alternate interior angles. And if this is 27, then this is 63. That makes this a 90-degree angle, which is fantastic because now we're looking at a 90-degree angle, right triangle. We can do SOHCAHTOA, Pythagorean theorem, all that good stuff. So let's simplify that. So we went from Atlanta to Macon at 62 miles per hour for 1.25 hours. That makes 77.5 miles. 1.7 hours for this stretch at 62 miles per hour makes 108.5. And then we can do Pythagorean theorem to figure out this distance from Atlanta to Augusta. So we have 77.5 squared plus 108.5 squared equals x squared. This squared adds up to 17,778.5 square root. X is going to be about 133.3 miles. So in both these last two examples, picture is everything. We got to basically make sure that you're very meticulous with drawing your pictures, and then there's things that are all going to kind of correspond together and make some stuff that works out pretty nice when you kind of put all the puzzle pieces together. So that was 2-word problems involving kind of your north, south, east, west type of bearing. Thanks.